I oh, there we go.
Yeah. So anyway, you were talking about for a couple of years we haven't had this going on, and tried to get them out here and get them to play, and well, here we are. So
Yeah.
where did all of it start in terms of getting it? Because I know that there's a lot of moving parts in terms of trying to put an event like this together.
Oh, absolutely. Like I say, I talked to Chris Henry a few months ago and to ask him if they were going to be able to put this game on this year, and they'd made a decision early on that they wouldn't be able to. And so I said, I'd love to get some community members together and just get this game going, give these kids some of these experiences they've been missing the last couple of years. And I figured we just had to make it happen. So I just talked to a couple. Of course, you talked to Manny Crump. You want to talk about basketball in Southern Oregon, you go to Manny Crump.
Right.
Talked to Manny. Talked to Rob Neff, a couple other community members. We talked to some sponsors, some business owners in the valley. They were more than happy to step up and just help us get this event off the ground. And one of the things, too, about Southern Oregon basketball in 2021-22, it has been a banner year.
Yes, it has.
We've got kids. I think there's 11 kids in this game that have some sort of all-state recognition in basketball. For Southern Oregon, that's just unheard of. And we wanted to celebrate that and give these kids the opportunity to come out and showcase what they've got one more time. And like I say, just give them one of the opportunities they've been missing the last few years.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All-star games are always very electric in terms of how they're played, and the kids just get an opportunity just to go out and have some good old-fashioned fun.
Absolutely, showcase the talents, and there are some amazing athletes out here. I mean, I'm looking at Devin Malcolm right there. He's gonna bring the roof down a few times, I'm sure. Austin Maurer, another one just walking right in front of it. That kid can do some exciting things out there, and every one of these kids has some amazing skills that I think they're going to show off tonight. It's just going to be a lot of fun.
Well, and then in the girls' game, we just saw some really good lockdown defense, lots of hustle, and a lot of intensity out there, and they really put up a good battle that ended up going right down to the wire.
It was a fun game to watch, and you're right. A lot of great athletes out there, too, and they were scrapping. It was a tough defensive battle, like you said, and it came down to the final possession, and that's just, it's fun for the fans, and that's what you want to see.
Well, thanks so much for the part that you've played in helping help make this happen this evening, and looking forward to many to come. Great event, great venue, and obviously nice attendance tonight, and glad that we could just kind of get to see these guys come out here and tip it up one more time.
Absolutely. I'd like to mention the sponsors real quick if I could.
Yes, go right ahead. Absolutely.
Red Robin stepped up for us. Moxley Media. We had Airport Chevrolet chip in. We had Cow Creek Band of Indians. Just a lot of great community members said they were absolutely wanting to help, and they're what enabled us to put this event on. So I just wanted to say thank you to them, and hope we support them as a community.
Well, there again, folks, you got to love businesses that come out, support the community, give back in this way, and do it for the kids. And you're about to see a whole lot of fun coming right up. Rick Dyer, thank you for joining us this evening, and looking forward to a great time.
Well, and thank you guys for being out here as well. Appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jackson County Commissioner Rick Dyer with Let Them Play. We're moments away from the start of tonight's ball game between the Reds and the Blues. We'll meet the respective teams here momentarily after we take this quick time out on TableRockSports.net.
See it on national TV all the time. They tell us that funerals can average between 7,000 and 10,000. Be there.
Start Something New sales event is going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back 3-peat Truck of the Year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. Get a Start Something New deal on every new vehicle in stock, only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
All right, let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's ball game.
Number 30 for Austin Maurer and number 42, Devin Malcolm. For the red team will be number 11, Junior Freezer. Number 21, Bodie Howe. Number 25, Bryce Dyer. Number 32, Tate Broger. And number 34, Egan Shields.
Getting a little bit of the pregame pleasantries in. The Blues coached by one of the all-time legends of college basketball, Danny Miles, with over 1,000 victories during his long career over at Oregon Institute of Technology, and a pair of national championships, Hall of Fame coach now, and so he's working and patrolling the Blues sideline. And then we have Coach Zosel.
Oh, sorry to interrupt, Jim. Adding to that list of accolades now, a head coach for the Rogue Valley All-Star Game. You can add
yes, right on top of that. For the Blues out on the floor, Devin Malcolm out there for South Medford. I have the over-under at 5 on the amount of dunks he'll attempt this evening. Austin Maurer at 6'10" out there. And then also we have number 1, Hawthorne LaPierre from Ashland. And they're in the backcourt wearing number 4. That is Jackson Wheeland. And then number 3 is Trey Neff from North Medford. So the Blues will move from left to right from where we sit. It'll be Shields tipping it up against Maurer. Ball is in the air, and the Reds will track it down. Dyer will take it out of backcourt. Making a move, going inside. They'll kick it out for Brewster. His shot off to the right. Malcolm with the rebound out of backcourt. Malcolm on the drive. Rebound taken by the Reds.
There's two South Medford Panthers to open up the shot attempts. You had Junior Sleazer for the Reds, Devin Malcolm for the Blue, and then Bryce Dyer getting us on the board.
It's got to be kind of a weird feeling. You go from being teammates to playing against each other in a game like this. Austin Maurer called for the travel.
And we'll see how the South Medford Panther Junior Sleazer, how he handles to wearing red. Not accustomed to that. Might make his blood boil a little bit.
Certainly a weird feeling, no doubt.
Bryce Dyer passing it off. Very comfortable wearing the red.
He spins on the interior, kick it out for Egan Shields. His shot in and out. And tonight we have a couple of post players with range between Shields and Austin Maurer.
Well, that's the name of the game today. It's not enough to just be big and tall and athletic. You have to be able to shoot from the outside, too.
Fadeaway jumper by Maurer, tipped around on the miss. Brewster. Out it goes to Sleazer. Shot off target. Shields tries to make a move to the hoop. And the foul called against Austin Maurer for the sophomore center from Cascade Christian, Oregon 3A Player of the Year. That's his first personal, and that will send his opposite, Shields, who Jeff and I had a chance to watch play at the Oregon 5A tournament.
Yeah, a lot of guys out here that we got to call at that tournament. We got a handful of Eagle Point players. We got Crater players.
Ashland
players. So, yeah, we got to see a lot of these guys.
Shields gives the Reds a 3-0 lead. Wheeland out of backcourt. Screened by Maurer. He'll drive hard to the hole. Lays it up with the left hand. 2.
Yeah, the reason we saw so many players is the Midwestern League had 4 teams in the tournament.
A lot of competition. Bodie Howell on the drive, misses. Maurer quickly outlets for Wheeland.
Now 4 South Medford Panthers in the starting lineup of the All-Star game, as there went Devin Malcolm.
Okay, there's one.
There's one, that's right. You have Devin Malcolm and Jackson Wheeland in the Blues. You got Junior Sleazer and the freshman, Bodie Howell. Well, Jackson Wheeland, another freshman too, but Sleazer and Howell in the Reds.
Dyer whistled for the personal, and that'll send Malcolm to the free throw line. First free throw attempt, rims out.
Malcolm, not the biggest body on the floor, but I think can out-jump anybody who's going to step on this floor tonight.
He is an impressive player to watch. Misses on both free throws. Maurer and Shields fighting for it. Feed, and he knocks it down. Devin Malcolm with the two-handed flush.
The accidental alley-oop.
Meanwhile, Shields tries a rim rattler. Kick it out. Over in the corner it goes, shooting from downtown is Hawthorne LaPierre. Howell will fire, and he buries it.
Bodie Howell, so impressive. One of the starting freshmen for the South Medford Panthers team, and as you can see, very comfortable pulling up and shooting.
Got a ton of confidence, very advanced game for a guy his age.
Yeah, and it's not just the shot, but it's the footwork, too, we'll see on display as this game goes along. It's the mid-range, it's the fadeaway. And there's, speaking of mid-range fadeaways, Bryce Dyer moving to his left.
Dyer from North Medford, first team All-Southwest Conference, honorable mention on the All-State 6A team.
Dyer, that name rings a bell.
I think I talked with a guy bearing that name once.
Okay.
Yeah. Brewster up the floor. Howell going to fire over the corner. Brewster also makes his bones as a runner. And so this
got the body, got the body type for it, long and lanky.
Meanwhile, left-handed drive there for Bodie Howell.
The future is very bright for the South Medford Panthers with Wheeland and Howell at the helm.
Malcolm got to do a little heat check there. That shot short. Howell. He's dialed in.
Freshman Panther on freshman Panther here.
Austin Maurer from downtown. His shot just a little bit short. Up the floor, Brewster backs it in. His shot off, but Shields there with the putback.
Egan Shields probably the biggest body on the floor when you factor in both size and muscle mass.
Absolutely.
And Devin Malcolm, a couple of threes. That's uncharacteristic for him. That's usually not his game. Bodie Howell coming out hot.
Well, I got a chance to, on Table Rock Sports, call a game between South and Roseburg here probably about 2 months ago, and Howell just went off in that game. Big scoring threat.
Great interior pass by Malcolm.
Maurer fires from the baseline. That shot just a little bit short. Pass up the floor. Broken up. And it'll be blue basketball. Wheeland penetrates, goes inside, looking for Maurer. And then wholesale substitutions for the Reds in that mix. I see, looks like we've got Tommy Johnson, Caden Walker, also just,
Ty Neff, Drew Hall, Javon Smith, all of them coming in for the Reds.
Howell out of backcourt.
The freshman Howell, the remaining starter, still on the floor for
Howell.
Coach Zozel.
Well, blue team, you got 3 Eagle Point teammates out there. You got Knight, you got Johnson, and you've got Mickey Redondo. So they'll be well familiar with one another. They've played together since their freshman year at Butte Falls. They've been playing together for 4 straight years.
With the basketball for the Blues, Brennan Knight. Redondo. Now on the penetration, pulling up and shooting, knocking it down. Sweet touch for Izzy Golden from Ashland.
Oh, O'Shea Miller. How rude.
That got somebody's attention. Swing it around the horn. Redondo on the drive, spins.
Oh, and then coming over, weak side help. What an effort by Javon Smith.
And now Howell outlets quickly up the floor, laying it up and in for the Reds. Javon Smith from the Crater Comets.
And Smith making the defensive play with the block and then finishing it with the easy lay-in at the other end.
You give out good, and good comes back to you. Miller going to fire from downtown. His shot rims out. Howell out of backcourt. Now shooting from downtown for the Reds. Shot missed. And that was Trey Neff with the attempt. Redondo out of backcourt. Bounce pass to Miller. Miller going to try to back down the opponent, and he scores.
And it's been a lot on the perimeter for the blue team early in the first half. I like that move from Miller. Get a paint touch, get an easy bucket, cut into this lead.
Well, and I made one mistake. Johnson actually on the red team, so he's playing against his teammates.
And then there's the high-flying Austin McLean with the block. Red team able to hold on to it.
Shot from the corner, no good. Redondo with the rebound out of backcourt. He'll go on the drive, kicks it out for Miller. Miller shakes the defender. His shot off target. But a putback attempt is good for the Blues. And that's Austin McLean from North Medford. All honorable mentions, Southwest Conference, 6'4" senior.
A couple minutes ago, we saw Javon Smith get a block and then the bucket. Now it's McLean getting the block and the bucket for the blue team.
So Blue on a little bit of a mini run here, trying to draw a little bit closer. They trail by 7. Out of backcourt, Tommy Johnson. And the runner good. Javon Smith puts the Reds up by 9 with 12:20 to go in the half. Miller, left of the paint, looking for a cutter, taken away by the Reds. Quickly up the floor on the break. And doing a good job of running it down is Caden Walker.
And Walker then threw it away, tried to get fancy. That was a bit of a travel, but it's a big gather step, they'll say.
Austin. Oh, no. There's just so much like, yeah.
Yeah, it was close.
Foul called on the play. And so far, 2 team fouls for the Reds and 1 for the Blues. Howell. And he's going to drive there with the defense for the Blues is Brennan Knight from Eagle Point.
Well, you don't often say this in an all-star game. Bodie Howell has looked dominant, absolutely dominant. And it's not just with the shot. Getting his hands in the passing lanes on defense. He's been creating for his teammates as well. Right there, able to complete a 3-point play. Oh, yeah, and by the way, he's a freshman this year.
Yeah, that's just crazy. You know, the coaches around the league is like, we got 3 more years of this guy? Meanwhile, on the drive, put back attempt, no good. Ball loose on the floor. Smith out of backcourt. Quickly up it goes, and a little feed, try to get it underneath. And tipping it up and in is Ty Neff. Neff, 6-foot senior from North Medford. Miller, he misses on the attempt. Howell, who else, there on the rebound. Quickly up the floor it goes. Ball's tipped around. And coming away with the rebound And now Howell.
Yeah, Neff with the steal in the backcourt. Howell, that was the most wide open he's been all game.
Absolutely. Now they try to feed it underneath, and a couple of shot attempts by the Blue, and Brendan Knight won't go. Howell against Miller. Howell a little fade away from deep. Can't get it to go. Meanwhile, pull-up jumper there from the outside, a little bit short.
Neither team shy about shooting the basketball. We still have 10 minutes to go in the first half, guys. There's plenty of time to get a good shot.
Meanwhile, on the drive for the Reds, that's Caden Walker from St. Mary's. He was a first-team All-Far West League selection. Wholesale substitutions getting ready to check in for the Reds. Walker looking to extend the Reds' lead. He's in the ball game right now, along with Tommy Johnson. And Egan Shields returning. Wheeland back in the ball game. They'll feed it inside, making a move to the hoop, laying it up and in. And that is Hawthorne LaPierre from Ashland.
Great patience by LaPierre, catching the ball underneath, letting his defender fly by, and then it's just you in the bucket.
Good patience there on the play. Brewster moves to his left, and a steal by Malcolm. Here we go! Devin Malcolm with the jam. Makes it a 9-point game at 25-16. Meanwhile, a shot from deep for the Reds. That was Bryce Dyer.
And now the Reds are starting to fall in love with the three ball. Howell was hot early. He's come back to earth. Maybe he is human. And now which team is going to get quality looks? That's the question. You can pull up for three at any time, but getting penetration, getting open looks, I think that's gonna determine who comes out on top in this game.
One part of the game playing off of the other. Meanwhile, Red turnover.
Yeah, Brewster just moving a little too fast. Loses it out of bounds.
Well, and again, I think that's where you kind of knowing your other player and how they move, how quickly they move. But Malcolm there, fire from downtown. His shot won't go. Johnson out of backcourt. Quickly the ball up the floor for the Reds. Dyer. Kick it out for Shields. Being guarded by Maurer.
Oh, and Junior Sleazer nearly had his pocket picked by his teammate Devin Malcolm, but they called a foul.
And you kind of hear, I think that's what happens with a lot of these all-star type games, is you hear a lot of coaching on the fly. Baseline drive. And it's good. And Bryce Dyer with the play, the 6'5 senior from North Medford, putting his team up by 9. Losing the handle on the basketball, Trey Neff. Last touch, though, by a Red player. Wheeland.
A new look with the short hair.
Yeah, that's taken some getting used to.
Been seeing him move with a lot more speed and fluidity, though, now that he's not dragging that mop behind his hair.
He's more aerodynamic.
Oh, Panther on Panther crime as Sleazer with the block on Wheeland.
And now the Reds out of backcourt trying to get something going here in transition. And a shot from downtown. Yeah, it's Dyer. As the Reds open it back up. Wheeland from downtown. So I can do that too. Brewster to Shields. Couple of 5A guys. Crater to Ashland. Shields. And the offensive rebound by Sleazer. Sleazer, little razzle-dazzle, little shake and bake. Shields there with the putback attempt.
I think they're going to call a goaltend on the initial shot, but
They'll wave it off.
Oh, no. No, so they called a goaltend on red. I thought they were calling a goaltend on the initial shot. I'm a little confused on that one.
You and I think a few other folks in the house. Whelan over in the corner, driving hard to the hole, laying it up with the left hand. Trey Neff. First team all Southwest Conference honorable mention. Sleazer now feeds it to Shields. Shields has it taken away, though. And then going to the hoop, off the glass. Hawthorne LaPierre.
And Dyer getting rejected on the back line.
Oh, splash from downtown. Trey Neff.
Blue team trying to claw their way back in this.
And it's a 4-point game just like that. It was 14 points just a few minutes ago. Sleazer shot in and out, no good. Ball tipped around.
You know, and it's fine to take an outside shot, but it needs to be created by penetration. It needs to be created by ball movement. Just walking it down the court, I pull up a three. Okay, next time you pull up for three. Not a sustainable offense for the red team, and we're seeing that right now as Blue is inching their way closer and closer.
So red getting a challenge here from Blue here late in the first half. 5:50 to go. They'll kick it out. Dyer fired from downtown, and he knocks it down. 7-point ball game with 5:38 left to go. Austin Maurer from downtown. Splash. Cheat code for three.
I got to see a lot of Maurer at Cascade Christian.
Well, if you saw some of the numbers he put up during
Oh,
the
yeah.
season, we're talking like one game, 28 points, 17 rebounds, 6 blocks. It was like somebody unlocked a cheat code on a video game. Brewster ends up corralling it up the floor to Shields. Shields and Malcolm there.
Wow.
Malcolm says, not so fast, young man.
Meeting of two titans at the top.
Meanwhile, out of backcourt, Sleazer, he's going to drive hard to the hole.
What
Up and under move.
What a move from Junior Sleazer.
Timeout called, 4:40 to go in the half. Red leads by 6. We'll be back following these messages on TableRockSports.net.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
Here on the campus of Southern Oregon University, Bob Ream Arena, we have the Reds versus the Blues. High school all-stars for the Rogue Valley. Rebound taken by Javon Smith, he of the Crater Comets. Out of backcourt. Swings it. Dyer has it now. Gets a screen, pulls up, shoots, he scores.
Bryce Dyer and Bodie Howell, a dynamic 1-2 punch on the offensive end for the red team.
Well, they sure are, and I tell you what, you bury those threes and you get points in a hurry. Left-handed drive to the hoop. Knocking it down is Brennan Knight from Eagle Point. 6-point ball game. Smith kicks it out. Driving to the hole. Bodie Howell, I think, trying a little bit of sleight of hand, has taken the do-rag off and he now, like his South Bedford teammate, going with a little more aerodynamic look.
Yeah.
Howell got hot early in this ball game, and he extends the Red lead to 7.
Now this game being played at a breakneck pace. Neither team waiting more than 10 seconds to get a shot off.
Mike D'Antoni would be proud.
That he would. That he would.
Brennan Knight, they'll feed it along the baseline, over in the corner for Redondo. Had a little trouble there with the basketball, lost the handle on it. It'll go out of bounds.
That's good ball movement by the blue team, though. Able to create an advantage. Redondo just dribbled it off his leg.
Yeah, we're not seeing a ton of like ISO plays and things like that. Howell. And the lead is double digits for the Reds. O'Shea Miller. You know, big guys can do this too. Only his shot ends up going in and out. Howell with the rebound out of backcourt. Quickly up the floor to Golden. Howell. Over in the corner, Javon Smith going to shoot. Offensive rebound. Shot misses, but there with the putback is Dyer. Bryce Dyer's well put together kid at 6'5". Knight, jumper short. Dyer with the rebound. Quickly up the floor they go. Kick it over in the corner. Golden shoots. Shot in and out. Dyer tries the putback attempt. Quickly up the floor. O'Shea Miller misses the shot. Gets his own miss. And he gets that one to go. Dyer connecting from 3, and just like that, the Reds are up by 13. Dyer, we're told, 19 points in the ball game.
Make it 21, just barely, but make it 21.
Yeah.
I think
not exactly what he had in mind, but it works.
Almost ran out of runway.
He did. that he did. I think I saw Rick up above the backboard lowering the hoop just a little bit before Bryce came in.
So I want to make a correction here. Ty Neff is the number 2 for Red. Number 2 for Blue is Izzy Golden. Meanwhile, Howell with it. Wrests away the rebound.
Yeah, they had good offensive rebound by Bodie Howell, crashing the boards, and then just missed the bunny. You can see he's pretty mad at himself for not finishing that, but other than that, a pretty fantastic first half for the first-time freshman all-star Bodie Howell.
Well, we got to get Neff's name right because his family's one of our sponsors.
There you go. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Well, that would be kind of important. Yes.
Conger Morris being one of our sponsors, and we're happy to have them on board.
Absolutely. Well, what a great first half of basketball. Both teams playing with a lot of energy, a lot of effort. We're seeing effort on the defensive end, and we're also seeing some highlight plays, the high flyers, the dunks, the alley-oops. It's been a lot of fun in this first half.
What's the kind of thing you would expect from an all-star game? You get just a little bit of everything, different players, different skill sets, but all of them good. Howell, Smith, Dyer, good ball movement here. 52 seconds. And you got to wonder if maybe this is a game that'll hit the century mark. Dyer there with the putback.
And those two, Howell and Dyer, continuing to lead this Red offense.
Meanwhile, the feed inside. They'll try to dump it over for Austin McLean from North Medford. So Miller will take care of the inbound here. Nope. He's going to come and put that size close to the hoop. Redondo will inbound. Miller going to back in. Can't get it to go. Dyer with the rebound. Quickly up the floor. Bodie Howell. 2.
And if you never would guess that those two play as bitter rivals for North and South Medford, Howell and Dyer.
Golden for 2, and now Dyer. They'll swing it around. And making a drive to the hoop, and a lot of bodies there on the interior.
Yeah, fearless drive from Caden Walker there.
Caden Walker representing St. Mary's here tonight. Local 3A team. First free throw attempt is short. Next attempt up. It's over in the rim, and it's in the bucket. It's good. Buzzer heave. That won't go. And that will end the first half of play. Well, we've had a lot of fun in these first 20 minutes, and we got more coming your way. A little halftime intermission. And then we got more coming your way here on TableRockSports.net.
Gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Welcome back to Bob Ream Arena inside Southern Oregon University. Thanks for joining us for the Rogue Valley All-Star Game. At the half of the boys' game, the red team with a dominant lead, 53-37 over the Blues. Thank you for joining us here on TableRockSports.net as we bring you live coverage of high school athletics from around the Rogue Valley. Jeff Smith, Jim McCoy, Jonathan Kerman here with you. And Jim, you have some first half stats for us.
Yes, well, let's go ahead and check things out. First of all, for the red team, who lead by 16 at the half, Bryce Dyer leading the way with 23 points. Bodie Howell giving him a good push with 17. Also scoring for the red team, Egan Shields with 3, Junior Sleazer with 2, Javon Smith with 4, Ty Neff with 2, and Caden Walker with 2. For the blue team, Austin Maurer with 3. Pretty widespread balanced scoring. Actually leading the way is Izzy Golden with 6. And then you have Trey Neff and Jackson Wheeland with 5 apiece. LaPierre, Malcolm with 4, Maurer with 3, McLean with 4. Redondo hasn't scored yet, but I know he soon will. Brandon Knight with 2, and then O'Shea Miller with 4.
Right. We look at the 2 outliers, of course, being Bryce Dyer with his 23, Bodie Howell with his 17. Those 2 players have outscored the Blue All-Star team in the first half, 40-37. An impressive showing for the North Medford senior and for the South Medford freshman.
Yep, Medford very well represented in this ball game, and you can definitely tell who's kept their basketball skills sharp since the season has ended. But no surprise. I mean, both of them, a couple of really hard-working athletes, and it shows in their productivity this evening.
So, Jeff, what are you looking forward to in this second half with Blue down by 16?
Well, forget the score.
That's right. All right, you got it.
I think that the three-pointers are going to start to be more, because there was kind of a stretch there where they were going back and forth and just hitting threes back and forth. I think we're going to see some more of that. But, I'm curious what happens. Do they keep looking for the highlights, or do they start taking it like, I want to win this game? Because we saw in the girls' game, both teams wanted to win that game. And in this one, it's been a little more highlight reel-ish, but the competitive nature is out there. So I'm on the fence of what we're going to see more of. More competitive nature or more highlight reel? We got a couple of – I've managed to grab a couple of replays. We'll get those maybe at the end of the game.
You got it.
But it's been fun. So I can say one thing, regardless of how the second half goes, it's going to be a ton of fun.
Absolutely right, Jeff. Absolutely right. And I think that these first few minutes are really going to set the tone for this second half. Is Blue going to come out swinging to try to close this lead, or is Red just going to continue their dominance led by Bodie Howell and Bryce Dyer?
Well, what we've seen in the game, that basketball is a game of runs. And at one point in time, we had the Blues within 4.
That's right, we did.
And then Red quickly turned right around and pulled away. So who can get a run and then maybe get a couple of stops along the way? A little fun here at the scorer's table with the officials,
Coach Zozel giving them a hard time. No days off for the officials. Still hearing it from both coaches. Blue will start with the possession down by 16. Thanks for joining us here on Table Rock Sports. Izzy Golden will step back for 3, and right off the bat, Blue on the board. Now Ty Neff handing it off. Junior Sleazer, who gets hacked by Mickey Redondo. And Sleazer will head to the free throw line.
We're looking for some penetration there and got it on that play. You can pick up not only points in the paint, but opportunities at the free throw line.
Now, interesting, neither Dyer nor Howell in the game for the Reds to start the second half.
You got to wonder how long that will be the case.
Leading it for the Blues, Redondo between the legs. Hard drive to the cup.
Well, that's one thing he'll give you. He'll give you tons of quickness and physicality.
And now every player on the Blue team has scored. That jumper by Sleazer off the mark. It's a 12-point game. Blue with the basketball, a chance to make it 10 or even cut it to single digits. And then in the active hands from Ty Neff. Sleazer the other way. Neff the putback. That was a big swing, and the lead back to 14 for the Reds. Golden drives, has his shot blocked by Brosder, and out of bounds off the Blue team. So an excellent defensive stand from Brosder and the Reds. Tommy Johnson will hand it off to Brosder, who fires from deep, short off the front lip. And then a great pass by Redondo up ahead.
And you know, that's one of those layups that's actually tougher than it looks. Golden made that look easy. But you got just the right touch so it doesn't end up going hard off the back iron.
Turnover Reds. Brandon Knight will dump it off to McLean. McLean has it stripped from behind by Sleazer. And then stolen away. Nice feed underneath. Izzy Golden feeding the big man for 2. We saw it in the girls' game, the defensive intensity ramping up to start the second half, and we're seeing the same thing here for the boys. And a loose ball foul will be called against the Blues.
So the first half of my non-answer is coming true. They're looking like they want to win this game.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Blues doing the right thing so far. You know, and you don't have to cut into this lead immediately. You can chip away. It's 6 right now. That's a tough foul underneath. Austin McLean doing everything he can to keep Egan Shields out of the paint. Easier said than done, and the big man will head to the free throw line.
Shields just wrapping up his junior year at Ashland, 6'10".
What are they feeding these kids? I want to know, because they weren't feeding them this when we were growing up.
No,
tell you that.
They certainly weren't.
Both free throws off the mark for Shields. Maurer with the rebound. Redondo going hard, getting fouled by Sleazer on the shot attempt.
Nice quickness out of the backcourt by Redondo. Redondo, people may forget that Redondo and Malcolm were once teammates at the Butte Falls Crater Lake Charter School for a season or 2.
Yeah, you can add Johnson and I believe Knight were on that team as well, all playing in this game.
Jim, I always enjoy working with you, but for those at home, this man is a fountain of knowledge.
A veritable suppository.
Hey, there you go. Red with the basketball. It's now a single possession. Single digit lead for the Reds. Sleazer, the baseline jumper, left it short, and we're seeing a lot of one and done trips for the red team on the offensive end, and most of it coming from the outside. Golden off the mark. He's been aggressive offensively to start this second half. Sleazer around a Maurer screen.
Well, don't forget the 2 top scorers from the first half haven't been on the floor yet.
Tipped away. And active hands from Golden leads to the easy lay-in by Brennan Knight. It's a 6-point game. Sleazer left wide open. Long shot, long rebound. Golden thought about it. The Hezzy, the step back. And it was a pass, we'll say, underneath to McLean. Maurer with it at the free throw line. He spins. 2 big bodies battling down low.
And he's got that baby hook down to perfection.
Right through the hand of junior Sleazer. It's a 4-point game, Blue with the basketball.
And you do have to wonder how much longer Coach will wait to get Howell back in the ball game along with Dyer. You know, also we don't see Malcolm out there either for the blue team. But all those guys had a very active first half. The
Indeed.
Break well deserved.
Red with it now. And Neff's shot just rims out. There's a ton of length on the front line for the blue team between Maurer and McLean. There's a steal in the backcourt by Neff, and he finishes.
Big defensive play. Good quickness.
Pushes the lead back to 6 for the Reds. Down low, Brennan Knight on the elbow. Step back, jumper. And the rebound taken by Brosder. Tommy Johnson Working down low, the spin move, the footwork, the flip shot, and the finish.
Yeah, you would think a guy that at his height would have a difficulty being able to put that up among the trees, but good muscle there, a la Charles Barkley, another one of those guys with shorter interior players that just has that bulk to move people around.
Brendan Knight connects from distance. It's back to a 5-point game, and it may have been tipped, but it looks like it'll stay. Or rather, the ball will be handed over to the blue team.
Well, and you're talking about Johnson, part of the reason that you see him that way is that's the job they've asked him to do at Eagle Point. He's kind of the Draymond Green of the Eagle Point team. He's an undersized big, and that's what he has to be. That's what they asked him to do.
Jackson Whelan with the flip shot, and it is a one-possession game. Blue trying to come all the way back, down by 16 at the half. Dyer and Howell back into the game for the Reds. Ball poked from behind by Miller, out of bounds. It'll stay with the red team with 14 and a half minutes remaining in this one.
Well, you talk about tall guys all over the place. LaPierre at 6'8" in the ball game.
Dyer, mid-range J, hard off the heel. Pass up ahead from LaPierre, and then leaving it up for Devin Malcolm. Trey Neff with the assist. Navon Smith. Over to Brosder, hands it off to Howell. Steps into a three.
He just makes it look too easy.
Yeah, so effortless, so smooth. Howell up to 20 points now in the contest. The lead back to 2 possessions. Oh, nifty ball handling from Neff. Miller, the offensive rebound, couldn't finish. And Red with the basketball. Dyer pushing the pace to Howell. Howell, patient, across the lane with the right hand.
Oh, my goodness. He's not just a distance shooter.
Well, can put it on the deck, finish at the rim. Neff receiving the alley-oop, and he finishes from Jackson Whelan.
Nice pass by Whelan.
The guards showing that they can show off the hops. And then a bump foul underneath called on Miller. Tate Brosder draws the foul. (65-61) red team. Howell gets the entry pass on the baseline, being guarded by his teammate Wheeland, and Howell shoots right over Wheeland, who gives him a little tap as he runs back down the court. Wheeland looking to answer, and does. These two teams going back and forth. The three-point game. Dyer working against Malcolm. Hands it off to Brosder. Brosder over to Walker. Walker has it tipped. Tate off the mark.
Yeah, Brosder can shoot from out there.
Jackson Whelan back-to-back threes, and we are tied at 67.
That kid's got ice water in his veins. You just look at it, it's just like, yeah, I do this every morning before breakfast.
Dyer looking to answer, and does. Back and forth we go. The Reds back on top. Whelan thought about it. Miller not shy. He connects. All right, who's it going to be this time? Brosder hands it off to Dyer. Thought about it, puts it on the deck. Working against Malcolm, kicks. Smith for three, bang! Back to back to back to back threes. Oh no, oh no. All right. We would have had to check the rims if that one went down. Smith trying to thread it through traffic. Malcolm with the takeaway, and oh my goodness gracious. The pump fake and the windmill all in one move. Incredible. Just incredible. Howell will slow things down with 11 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Red team clinging to a 1-point lead. Howell got bumped by Wheeland, And we'll head to the line. Just incredible athleticism on display. We've had the shooting. We've had the high-flying finishes at the rim. Just a fantastic, fantastic all-star game. Excited to have you with us watching at home.
And some good defensive plays, too.
Yeah,
active
absolutely.
hands,
Yes.
hustle. That this isn't just some, messing around in a
open gym.
3-on-3.
No.
Open gym, right.
Well, we saw in the first half Devin Malcolm meeting Tate Brosder at the rim. That was a heck of a meeting, and I'm sure we'll see the defense ratchet up as we make our way through this second half. Whelan hands it off. Here's Trey Neff. Dyer the rebound. He'll bring it across the timeline. Dyer into the key, gets bumped on the floor. Baseline out of bounds for the Reds. Brosder to do the honors, looking for Howell. Howell loves that baseline. He'll go to work against his teammate Jackson Wheeland. Beautiful find. Nice cut.
Work.
A great cut by Caden Walker. That is a high IQ basketball play. At the other end, Hawthorne LaPierre trying to track it down and loses it.
Just nice unselfishness. Good teamwork.
Walker kicks it out to Dyer. Drives in. Cross-court pass. Smith for three. Left it short. Wheelan the long rebound. Pulls up. He left that one short. Dyer steps into a rhythm three. That one a little long. LaPierre skies for the rebound. 10 minutes to go. 4-point game. Malcolm for three. Still trying to find the range.
And I wouldn't make a habit of leaving him out there. Sooner or later, he'll start knocking those down.
Timeout on the floor. Back with more after this. You're watching the Rogue Valley All-Star Game on Table Rock Sports.
And we're back.
Very quick timeout. Red with the basketball. Working down low, Tommy Johnson kicks it out to Junior Sleazer. Sleazer drives into the key. Another circus shot. This one doesn't fall. Sleazer able to get his feet back inbounds before getting the rebound. Then fires from three and connects. His Panthers teammate Bodie Howell loving that one. Throwing up the three sign from the bench. Right side, Austin McLean looking down low. Maurer underneath. Yeah, why not? And he goes right at Egan Shields and gets fouled.
Couple of bigs going at it. So, yeah, another case of where you get a little bit of everything in this game.
Two big bodies battling down low, and here's Maurer at the free throw line. Friendly bounce makes it a 6-point contest.
Some circles we call that the Boston bounce. If those remember the old Boston Garden with those, shall we say, friendly rims and those frigid cold visitors' locker rooms.
Oh, yes. Johnson hands it off to Ty Neff. Back to Johnson. Over to Smith. Smith around the screen, drives in, stops at the elbow. Johnson from the wing. Ball tipped, stolen away. Mickey Redondo the other way for the Blues as it poked from behind and out of bounds. Possession stays with the blue team. 5-point game, just over 8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining.
Like that active hands on the defense. Kind of disrupts the flow even if it doesn't get you the ball back.
Austin Maurer at the top of the key being guarded by Shields. Maurer lowers his shoulder, turnaround jumper. That's great defense by Egan Shields. Johnson running the break. Neff, the extra pass, wide open. Junior Sleazer from downtown. The red team showing the ball movement there, the unselfish play. You have a good shot, pass it up for a better shot. Brendan Knight, step back jumper. That was short out of his hand. Right there for the offensive rebound, and the putback is Izzy Golden. Sleazer around the Johnson screen. Drives against Knight. Egan Shields able to come in for the offensive rebound. Sleazer drives from the left side now, gets blocked, hit in the face, and the whistle blows.
Sleazer wanting the license number of that truck. Well, like he's shaking the ill effects of that off, and good to go once again.
And that was a shooting foul, of course, but that also puts red team in the bonus. So free throws could be a factor.
Something that everybody wants to see at the All-Star game. 7-point game, Blues on the wrong side of it. And Coach Miles is, we call an injury timeout. It looks like Izzy Golden have a problem with finger on his right hand on that last play where Sleazer got fouled on the drive. So Jackson Whelan will check in for Golden, who's going to head to the locker room and get checked on by the medical staff.
We could check with our executive producer, Joe Brett. He said that maybe super glue might be the answer. It didn't work out so good for him, though.
It looks like Golden's going to stay in and just get it taped up. I'm fine, Coach. Put some tape on it. I'm ready to go.
Just rub a little dirt on it. He'll be okay.
That's right. That's right.
I want to hear one chick Hearn-ism before you're done, okay?
A lot of love here inside Bob Ream Arena, and that's what this is all about. The love of the game, love of the players, and just an incredible showcase for these players and for this community.
There's just a truckload of talent on this floor. I mean, you wouldn't ordinarily think of of Southern Oregon being a hotbed of basketball talent, but if that be anyone's doubt, I submit this as my exhibit. That there's some kids out here on this floor tonight who can really play this game and play it well. And you talk about height. I think I went my entire high school career without seeing a dunk by anybody. Certainly not by yours truly. But anyway, as time goes by. But out here on the floor, what a show by Malcolm and among others. Some real fine talent out there between Dyer and Howell.
So we're talking about all these great players out here. I said I wasn't going to do it, but let's go ahead and do it because this is a good time to hit this. The Medford Sports Hall of Fame. Every 5 years, the Medford Parks and Rec Foundation and the Medford Sports Hall of Fame Committee add new names to the list of legendary athletes and contributors to Medford athletics. This year's induction ceremony takes place on October 22nd at the Rogue Valley Country Club. Applications for the next round of inductees are available now. You can go to Pronto Print, Cascade Athletic Supply, the Santos Center, or you can go online to medfordparksfoundation.org for the Medford Sports Hall of Fame. This year's round of inductees are being gathered right now.
And that is always a fun event, and I'm sure that we will have coverage of that ceremony here on Table Rock Sports. And it looks like, yes, we are in fact going to play basketball again. I wasn't sure. I was worried there for a second, but the players are back out on the floor. Izzy Golden, the center of attention for that timeout, receives the inbound pass, and we're underway. 83-76, red team on top. Golden probing against Javon Smith. The step back, too. That's great defense from Smith, but better offense from Golden.
Yeah, Izzy's really looked good in the second half. He came out right from the start of the second half and looked really good.
And then on the other end, Brennan Knight with the defense on Junior Sleazer, stripping it off of Sleazer's leg and out of bounds. Blue team with a chance to cut it to a one-possession game. Redondo drives and kicks to the cutting. McLean in the lane gets his own miss. Ball loose. Smith comes away with it for the red team. Surrounded by blue jerseys, able to dump it out to Tommy Johnson. Johnson to Sleazer. Down low underneath. And what active hands by Redondo. But a foul is called. Man. Redondo not going to get away with that one. It'll send Shields to the line.
Yeah, that was the old. If he makes this, I'm not blowing my whistle. But getting the explanation over here, and that's exactly what I was thinking. The referee up high does not want to show up the guy down low, but if you miss it, you miss it.
Yep. Second free throw is good for Shields. The blue team looking to push the pace. Golden, and stripped from behind by Johnson. Boy, active hands for both teams. A lot of deflections coming out of that extended break. The two big men were ready to go the other way, and they'll head back to the blue side.
We got to go back?
Yeah, right. You guys play 4-on-4. We'll see you on the other end. Golden in the corner. Down low to Maurer, working against Shields. And what a matchup. Those two have been battling all night long, and this time Maurer comes away the victor.
That kid's just a gym rat, constantly. All through the summer, you go down to that Cascade Christian Gymnasium. He's down there with his dad working on his game.
Sleazer, not that time. Boy, McLean jumping out of the gym for these rebounds. Gets the handoff from Golden. Loses the basketball. Smith with another steal. Javon Smith going to challenge McLean. And then there's Ty Neff to clean it up.
With the two.
Great dish underneath, and Maurer with the slam.
Does not need GPS to find the hoop.
Tommy Johnson searching. Gets it back to Smith.
Smith, I really like his game. He's one of those unsung guys for Crater. You never really know who's going to come up big in a game, but more often than not, Smith is going to be in that mix.
Neff with the baseline drive. Gets blocked. The weak side coming over was Maurer. Here's Redondo with it for the blue team. Trying to get it back to single possessions as Howell and Dyer and the rest of the Reds look to check back in. Turnover Blues. Smith to Neff. Back to Smith. Loses it. Now the Blues have it again. Redondo wide open for three. Austin McLean knew it all the way. Timeout on the floor. Don't go anywhere. The final 5 minutes of the Rogue Valley All-Star Game when we come back on Table Rock Sports.
Oh.
Or not. Just a rotation. Keeping us on our toes.
Well, I'm going to take this opportunity to get the timeout totals right. You'll see timeouts flash up on the screen, but just want to be accurate, that's all.
So Bodie Howell, Bryce Dyer, Tate Brosder, and Caden Walker back in for the Reds, joining Junior Sleazer. Sleazer with the drive all the way to the cup. Boy, he blew right by Hawthorne LaPierre like he wasn't even there.
He just got that first step, and I'm like, see you later.
Jackson Wieland, joined by Devin Malcolm, LaPierre, O'Shea Miller, and Trey Neff, the five on the floor for the Blues. And not a lot of movement on the offensive end. Here's Wieland looking to direct traffic, trying to make something happen. Gets it back from Malcolm, swings it around to Trey. LaPierre has it stolen by Sleazer. Sleazer working against Trey Neff. Neff steals it right back. I think we've had more steals than made baskets in the last few minutes of play. Flying across the lane was Bryce Dyer for the block. And then Trey Neff left all alone. can't complete. And Dyer with the rebound, looking to take it himself. In the corner, Sleazer off the mark. Brosder flying in for the rebound. Last touched by the Blues. 3-point game, just under 4 minutes to go. And boy, what an exciting finish this is shaping up to be.
A lot of electricity in this gym, and a lot of guys just leaving it all out there. Oh, my goodness.
Bodie Howell, like, it doesn't matter. 1 foot, left foot, right foot, one hand in your face, two hand in your face. He doesn't care. The baseline jumper is good. Devin Malcolm looking down low for LaPierre. Poked away. Miller right there. LaPierre gets the rebound. And a nice fadeaway jumper from the mid-range for the big fella.
Nice body control on that fadeaway. That's not an easy shot to make.
Brosder, cross court to Dyer. Sleazer to Howell. 3:20 remaining. Brosder has it poked away from and gets it right back. Sleazer working against LaPierre. All 6'8" of him. Sleazer with the move. He gets fouled. The Reds in the bonus.
So, the Reds jumped out to that early lead, and we've seen good runs from Blue throughout the game, but it just seems like about at that point when you think that the Red team will overtake them, they come fighting back and keep that lead.
4-point game. 3 minutes to go. Sleazer unable to convert on the free throw. Dyer working hard for the offensive board. And I believe he was pushed out of bounds. It'll stay with the Reds. Caden Walker to inbound it. Throws it right into the shins of Bodie Howell. Able to keep it in play.
Gets a screen from the official.
Bodie Howell rocking the Captain America sleeve on his left arm. Playing like a superhero right now. Oh, the moves. The step back. Oh, just everything but the bucket that time for Howell. In the corner, it's good. There's Devin Malcolm.
Just a matter of time.
And we have a 1-point game with under 2.5 minutes to go. Howell around the screen, off to Sleazer. Dyer hands it off. Sets the screen. Sleazer working against Malcolm, and a foul is called. The red team is now in the double bonus, so 2 free throws coming up for Junior Sleazer, the South Medford senior.
So much talent on that South Medford team this year.
And just suffered injuries to 2 or 3 of their starters in the early rounds of the playoffs. And, any team at any level, you take 3 starters out, it's just so tough to advance deep in the tournament.
Yeah, it's a tough mountain to climb when you have that situation on your hands.
Glad to see all these South Medford Panthers healthy and very, very active on the court for this All-Star game. Now we have a timeout. Don't go anywhere. More from the Rogue Valley All-Star game when we come back.
Gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
So here we go. Just over 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point game here inside Boma Arena, the home of the Rogue Valley All-Star Game. Hawthorne LaPierre, Jackson Wieland, Trey Neff, Devin Malcolm, and O'Shea Miller, the 5 on the floor for the Blues. Wieland caught, picked up his dribble, gets it out to Neff. Junior Sleazer, Bryce Dyer, Tate Brosder, Bodie Howell, and Caden Walker, the 5 on the floor for the Reds. Hawthorne LaPierre with the mid-range J, and it is tied at 92 with 100 seconds to go. Sleazer working against his South Medford teammate, Devin Malcolm. Sleazer has it tipped by LaPierre. Walker, right place, right time for the Reds. Up top. And the Reds will reset. Here's Bodie Howell. Howell working against his Panther teammate, Jackson Wieland. The spin gets free and so smooth all the way to the cup.
You got a feel for Whelan.
Yeah.
Nobody's stopping him tonight.
Nope. Whelan with the answer from 3.
You can see that grin on his face.
And the blue team with a 1-point lead and under a minute to go.
If I'm not mistaken, their first lead of the game.
I believe you're right. Coming at the right time, and Junior Sleazer, unbelievable finish against Devin Malcolm to give the red team the lead. Here's Neff.
Yeah, Sleazer's had quite an impressive game, too.
Ooh, beautiful elbow jumper from Trey Neff, and the Blues back on top. What a game we have. Here's Dyer. Gets blocked by his Black Tornado teammate Trey Neff. Here come the Blues the other way with a 1-point advantage. Devin Malcolm the flush. It's up to 3. 14 seconds to go. Howell will slow things down. Here we go. 10 seconds, 3-point game. Howell looking for the screen from Brosder. He has it. Ball tipped and a foul is called. And that's going to be free throws for the red team.
Ooh.
Now, was that an intentional foul with the blue team up 3, send them to the free throw line, prevent the tying shot opportunity?
Yeah, I think it was. I think you see that in the NBA all the time. In fact, the announcers are saying they're going to get fouled. The foul's coming.
And the crafty Coach Miles calling it out. Howell gets the friendly bounce to go. 5 seconds remaining. It's a 2-point game. Austin Maurer checking in for LaPierre. Both teams do have 2 timeouts, sorry.
No, on the disadvantage for Red right now, they got 4 fouls to give, so they're
right, yeah, they got a lot to go.
So that's not an option.
Red team calls a timeout. Don't go anywhere. The thrilling conclusion when we come back.
From the moment you enter the court. We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official when I was a senior in high school, 17 years old. I think it's the best decision I've made. You could play, and you could make extra money on the weekends on the side, and why not?
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and young athletes who can translate those skills to officiating.
Welcome back. 5 seconds, 1-point game. Blues with the lead and the basketball. And the red team did a great job of not fouling in the second half, but it's now coming back to bite them as they will have to commit a number of fouls before they will send the Blues to the free throw line. Entry pass comes in to Jackson Wieland, and he gets fouled by Sleazer.
Yeah, they just don't have enough time. It's
only now 4 seconds left. And Coach Miles wants another timeout. Another chance to hear an amazing word from our local sponsors who make this broadcast possible.
Game day or a family get-together.
Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K. Whether it's some Monday motivation to kickstart your day, adding some crunch to your lunch, or fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Now a 4-second game. Blues with possession. The Reds still have a couple of fouls to give. And we'll take a look at the stats once everything is said and done. The game high for points belongs to the freshman Bodie Howell, who has 30.
No surprise there.
Yeah, he's been electric in both halves. They get it in. And the foul is called immediately. 3.5 seconds left.
Coach Miles calling out directions from the. Can you imagine that? Just you're playing in an all-star game and you're being coached by a national legend.
That's a special moment for these players.
It sure is. A lot of wisdom in that brain.
And so now, finally, the blue team is in the bonus, and the next foul will put them at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Ball comes in, and Trey Neff gets fouled by Bodie Howell. The basket will not count.
Devin's just kind of like, well, you know, while I'm already here.
Why not? All right, well, I apologize.
That was we're only up to 5, so
we still have 2 more?
Yeah, they've just going to run out of clock, I'm afraid.
Wow, yeah, 2.5 seconds, and that's a unfortunate end. That's a 2/10 of the second run off the clock. A quick foul there. That's number 6. And so we have now 1 more foul, and then they will be in the bonus.
So they're going to have maybe just over a second to go.
Man. Dangerous pass. Dyer steals it. The reverse blocked by Malcolm. The game-winning block from Devin Malcolm, and the blue team wins it. This game's in the refrigerator. The door's closed. The lights are out. The eggs are cold. The butter's getting hard, and the Jell-O's jiggling. Devin Malcolm, the game-saving block.
Oh,
what a finish.
Man. Yeah, what an incredible ball game. Start to finish. You know, Red gets out to that hot start. Bodie Howell and Dyer just lights out in the first half. 1 point, remember, it was 15-4. There have been a couple of times that Red was up by about 14 points. He thought, well, it looks like this one could get away. And yet somehow, in a game like this with this kind of pace, sometimes, you can kind of lose track of the moment. Next thing you know, it's like, wow, we got a ball game on our hands.
Sure enough, we did. Came right down to the wire. Bryce Dyer with the steal on the inbound pass, and Devin Malcolm with the game-saving block to preserve the blue lead, and they win it 99-98.
What an incredible finish to the ball game. They get right down to the very end before Blue ends up taking the lead in the ball game. I think it'd probably be pretty difficult to, as far as, a player of the game for the red team, it comes down to 2 guys, but you almost have to go with Bodie Howell. Overall on the blue side, I think that's a little bit of a tougher call.
Yeah, for the blue team, Izzy Golden was spectacular. Jackson Wheeland was incredible. We've got the finals totals here now. Jackson Wheeland leading all scorers on the blue side, leading the blue team in scoring with 16 points. Right behind him was Izzy Golden with 15. So the guard play for the Blues really spectacular. On the red side, 30 points. 30 points for the freshman Bodie Howell. 26 for Bryce Dyer, 15 for Junior Sleezer. That 3-headed monster really leading the way for the Reds.
Yeah, and I talked about, capturing a few replays, but I think the best replay of the night was the end of that game. Let's take a quick look at that final play.
Let's do it.
Setting up for the inbound. Oh, that was the first one. I didn't scrub far enough ahead. We got one more inbound to go. My bad.
That's quite all right. Quite all right.
It's not basketball season. I'm a little rusty. And that was it. It was either going to be a win for the red or a win for the blue. And Devin Malcolm said, I'm taking the win for the blue.
Incredible. Came down to red versus blue, wearing the wrong colored jerseys from their normal regular season play, Bryce Dyer and Devin Malcolm. And here we have the player of the game for the red team, the freshman Bodie Howell, joining us on the broadcast. We'll let you get your headset on. And Bodie, how does it feel finishing up your first Rogue Valley All-Star game?
Fun experience, man. Just fun being out there with all my friends. I had a good time. Last time some of these seniors get to touch the high school floor, and I'm just happy I could be a part of, their last time playing high school ball, and just really appreciative of this opportunity, and just thank, everyone for putting this on, and I had a great time.
You were unconscious in the first half. What was going through your mind? It just felt like everything was so easy.
Like I said, man, just playing with my friends. Everything's just stress-free. Just go out there, be myself. And like you said, just letting them fly. Hopefully they go in, and a couple of them fell, so I'm grateful for that.
Freshman Bodie Howell, the leading scorer for the red team, talking about playing with your friends. We'll hand the headset over to our co-player of the game in Bryce Dyer. Dyer finishing with 26 points. And, boy, what a finish there at the end.
It's close.
It was. Did you have any words for Devin Malcolm after that final play?
Dude, he was the worst person to have chasing me down there.
Right.
I knocked it all the way to the baseline, and I just had to, go up like this. And I was hoping he thought I was going to go up on the left side, but he said he saw it coming that side. So nothing much more you can do.
No, an incredible finish. And you played spectacularly as well. What are you looking forward to now that this game is done? What are you looking forward to next in your basketball career?
Just getting into college. I'm going here next year, and I'm excited to play out here. And, awesome to end off high school career this way with a bunch of great players. And a good game, obviously, at one point. Wish we could have pulled that one out, but play some good basketball. They were everyone picked them to win, so we had them, and we should have finished it off, but close.
Well, Bryce, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bryce Dyer, player of the game for the red team. And what a spectacular finish. And then we'll get one more from the blue side. Jackson Wieland, the leading scorer for the blue team. Jackson, how did it feel playing in your first Rogue Valley All-Star game?
It was fun, just coming out here and, especially playing with these seniors one last time. It was just a great experience.
Walk me through what was going through your mind on that last inbound play.
Oh, gosh. When they threw it backcourt and it got tipped, I was scared, but I played with Devin all season. I knew he was going to go up and block it. So.
Never a doubt in Jackson.
He had our back.
That's right. Never a doubt in Jackson Wieland's mind. Just incredible showing from you, from Bodie Howell, two South Medford freshmen showing out at this Rogue Valley All-Star game. What are you looking forward to most next season for the Panthers?
Yeah, we lost quite a few seniors, obviously, but we're turning me, Bodie, and Drew. Got a good young core, and, our goal is to make it back to state next year. So
we are that's right. We're looking forward to seeing you get there. Any last words for us, Jackson?
Thank you.
There you go. A polite man. Love to see it. Well raised. Thank you for your time, Jackson. We appreciate it.
Thank
you. We will wrap things up here right after this.
Thank you, Jackson. Good game.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform? Thirsty for change? Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win. Yes! Yes! Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chicken's mouth-watering chicken and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our new Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.